Also, in the early game, you could throw a ton of harass, but it looks like TA is going to be the final pick. So TA mid, Magnus off lane, Gyrocopter safe, and of course the two supports going to rotate to whichever lane they think they would need to help out the most. So before we jump into this game, Flava, is there a draft that if you're playing on either of these teams, is there a draft that you want to be on?
I would love to actually be in Team Kutuban on this one. I don't know, I actually feel like this kind of works. Early stage of the game, you don't have to go so far in the game to wait for Gyro to actually deal really good damage. By this time, clock by level 6, you can actually go in for ganks. Kunio Pain, Sonic Wave, Kunio Pain deals a lot of damage, and Bane easy lockdowns, right? Nightmare, and then just spend a few seconds to just round out enemy and just go in for a kill. Shadow Fiend is someone to watch out for. You need to have much items. You can deal a lot just by raising really well physic and tit.
Sure.
Yeah. And Scarlet Mage, it's always really easy, sealing and amplify magic damage at the same time.
Yeah, I like the fact that you brought up that Hudibet's lineup is much easier to play. Because if you look at Poly's lineup, they need to hit 3-man RPs and to call down into curse. Like, there's sure a lot of team fight capability from this lineup, but it's also a lot harder to execute. And
we're talking about perfect Dota to actually happen in this game, right? For Team Poly, but if Magnus actually lands a 5-man RP, I think that will be it for Team Poly.
Sure.
We're looking at stun durations coming from the RP, looking at Winter's Curse, continuation with the cooldowns, and Leech bouncing off ultimates at the same time. It will be super scary. And
it will just actually blow up in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'd like to inform everybody that we accumulated 3.3 1 hour. You have exceeded healthy game time limits. Please take care and rest.
All right. So does that mean we should stop?
Should we just like rest now, or?
Right. Hey, I didn't know about that. Thank you.
I don't know either. Thank you, Val, for watching out for my health. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. So 3 hours. Shouldn't play more than 3 hours.
Well, I wonder. Okay, let's keep watching throughout the day. Like, let's see if this is gonna get red. Like, maybe if we're like 5-6 hours. Like, hey man, you should stop playing Dota 2 now. Not good for your health.
All right. We've informed your parents that you're currently playing more than 3 hours.
Oh, is that why they asked for your parental information, or is that just me?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, looks like we have a fairly aggressive ward being dropped down here on the side of Poly, and looks like it would not get dewarded, at least not for now. Magic Stick being picked up on Magnus, which is not exactly standard. He is expecting to face against Skywrath Mage, who is going to spam him out pretty regularly, so getting that Magic Stick will help him out.
Just a little bit. I'm expecting for Magic Wand just a little bit more extra, but it will take some time for him to farm it up. He should be fine in lane as long escape mechanism with the skewer as long as he doesn't get shut down by the HT seal.
Which, actually the skewer starting up animation is so long that you can't just Ancient Seal when you see him do it. You don't need Godlike Reflex for that. So
yeah,
I actually do expect this Magnus to have somewhat of a harder time on the bottom safe lane, especially against Queen of Pain.
I guess it's just he's not going to try so hard to actually get those goals in. He's just going to farm up the levels. If he feels that, it's a waste of time, it's getting denied over time, let's just go somewhere else and take stacks in front of supports maybe.
Yeah, I wonder if there is going to be stacks, because, for example, TA is an excellent hero at taking stacks, but look, already prepared for this.
Hey!
Heads up play,
Good job. I think, yeah, so just in case, he gets a little bit naughty and goes somewhere else, let's just prevent that from actually happening, right? So far, we're looking at laning facing up from both sides. We have Team Poly having TA in the mid lane, going off his Bane and Shadow Fiend, harassing over time. Oh, look at that, he's surviving, going off the safe. So
standard 6.86, two heroes on the mid lane just trading CS, or trading harass.
Yeah, or forcing Shadow Fiend to actually use an early healing staff right there. So 100 gold spent real quick right there. Well,
yeah, but he's close to his bottle relatively, so if he gets a couple of last hits, he should be fine. Bane, once he gets level 2, he should also be ready to go, but surprised to see him not skill Brain Sap yet. I imagine he will do so after he takes a couple more right clicks to the face.
All right, so far, what is he? Is he taking stats, I think? Yeah.
No, he's got 2 G branch. He's just holding his skill point.
All right, just waiting for the right time. It doesn't, you don't have to actually pick the skill yet. Waiting for the right situation.
Yeah, if he gets a Nightmare when, the TA, let's say he's fairly low health, you could triple raise him down with a Shadow Fiend. So he's just saving the opportunity. In fact, he actually goes back for Enfeeble. So this is something that we don't see as often anymore because Brain Stab is just so much more cost effective as a harassing spell. But it is going to be very annoying for the TA in losing 30 base damage.
I was expecting, bait to actually go with Nightmare going up against the DA because it was DPS damage over time. And a little bit, you know, over.
So you cancel out the refraction.
Yeah, cancel refractions, and then by the time he wakes up, he doesn't get any last hits. Shadowbane is going to be really good with last hits in deny, so it's going to be bad news for TA right there. You could completely shut down TA over time.
Well, regardless of the skill build, you can see that Shadow Fiend is getting those early key CS. He's got, you know, 6 last hits, 2 deny, so he's looking pretty good with all the souls. And more importantly, the lane that I was somewhat worried about is the Magnus. Like, he's level 1. He's got 1 creep of experience. I don't know how he's going to kind of come back in this lane, especially the fact that he does not have Shockwave. Look at the way that Suffer is playing right now. He is making this Magnus suffering. Yeah, like, what do you do?
So Radiance just screen out the Magnus, preventing him from getting any goals. Let's not even talk about goal. Even experience-wise, 20 over 100, not even level 2 by 2 minutes in the game being solo. So yeah, and there's no way, no chance Queen of Pain is going to let go of any creeps and, you know, let go. Like, there's going to be denies here, last hits here.
Look at that.
Look at, this is just...
I just sad.
This is cruel.
Yeah.
This is like, it just should be a law preventing people from actually doing this with enemies. So far, do we see anything on the top lane? Is there anything of interest? So far, yeah, it's just a Clockwork versus with Gyrocopter.
Well, Clockwork is, you know, getting level 4 against even a Lich lane, whereas Magnus is getting level 1, right? That's the big difference in this game. And to me, Clockwork's a hero that comes online much earlier as well. You get the level 6, you're good to go. Whereas if you look at the Magnus, I think he's fine. Well, actually, he takes away the number, and then they take it back again.
Look at that teamwork.
I think he would have been fine regardless, but yeah.
On side lanes though, it's a pack and punch so far, 2 in a row.
All right, when Magnus hits level 2, can we just get a clap in the crowd? Because I think the guy needs some motivation, yeah?
He needs it a lot. I mean, like, finally I got a second skill.
And then the second skill he gets is like, it spams out the wave, so he gets zoned out further. All right, we're gonna just watch these melee creep static, because, you know, nothing is really happening. But is he in experience range? He's trying to walk into it. He gets it! Guys, level 2!
Level 2.
All right.
Congratulations, Magnus.
He still needs 4 more levels to
We have never done such a thing before. We've never had a clap for a level 2 before.
Right. We're going to have many firsts here at the Malaysia Cyber Game.
So far, nothing going on. Everybody being all Asian. 0-0, 4 minutes inside the game. Not much clash, not much as in comparison to game number 1 and game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I think the action will ramp up once the heroes get a couple of levels. Oh, first blood happening on the bottom lane. Sorry for missing that one, but you can imagine how it happened. Blink, Queen of Pain on the back lane with the help of a concussive shot from the Skywrath Mage. And of course, Magnus being so low level, even the Skewer could not save him.
Yeah, I guess so. Ancient Seal. I guess he did manage to skewer if he went back behind the tier 1 tower. So I guess he managed, but then it's still, you know, blinkings and everything like that. So level 2 still.
But he is under his tower now, so he's going to get some relatively safer experience. And he should be able to get level 3 after this. Meanwhile, if you look at the supports, they're dutifully stacking and making sure that their mid lanes are going to be relatively happy, especially for this Radiant Shadow Fiend.
All right, so he's going to get early Christmas this year, all right? Farming off all those stacks. Thank you very much, support.
We might see a kill continuing on the top lane here. Looks like the Arctic Burn slowing things down, but the Cogs, man, just too good at pushing them back. The Flat Cannon do a little bit of work here. Maybe it's not going to be enough here, as Clockwork does have the Stout Shield and as well as the regen coming out from the 2 items.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about Arctic Burn. Does it fly over power cost? But then, you know, it's already been answered. That,
no, you get pushed back regardless.
Yeah, get pushed back regardless. All right, so that would be fun. Flying over power cost.
Yep, meanwhile, Shadow Fiend clears out the stack, so he is relatively far ahead in terms of CS as well as net worth. Actually, Queen of Pain doing much, even better because he's got the first blood kill. So very similar to game 1, the 2 cores doing much better. And there you go, the silence coming out from Suffer. And he will get the Skewer off. The question is, will the poison kill him? Looks like not.
Will it be enough?
No, he's tangling up. He should be fine. He has to go back though.
All right. I was actually expecting. I don't think Queen of Pain had high levels in blink, so it'll take some time for him to actually blink again. So let's not risk it and just let it be for now.
Yeah. So the key thing that we need to be looking out for is once Queen of Pain hits level 6, what does he do with that level 6? Is he going to sit in lane with a teleport scroll? Is he going to be actively, let's say, teleporting to top to set up a kill? I think different players have different personalities when it comes to things like that.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, some people, they just want to stay there, and then, you know what, since something...
Mid lane, looks like Hook's going to get set up here after, and he's going to try to fly out the Cogs. He's going to heal in the mid-air here, but not going to be enough as,
So I guess he's not healing as much as the damage, you know. And but even with that, you know, Shadow Fiend is just nearby. You know, just in case it's not enough, he can just do a long race, and that'll be it. For look at that. That means TA has reached level 6.
Yep, and fortunately, Shadowfiend coming here to stealing the remaining of the stack. That's a big win for the Shadowfiend, getting the more experience and more gold worth creeps.
Oh, please don't tell me they stacked up the camps in Dire Side. That would have been...
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't. All right, so sorry about that. All right, Shadowfiend was, you know, that would be crazy, you know, stealing over stacks and from the other side. It's always good, right?
Yeah, it's definitely good. Taking away from the TA, and TA is one of those heroes that need to snowball by getting a hero item like Desolator or Blink Dagger, but he's very far from that. So even though this is a very quiet game, I feel like slowly Who to Bet is coming out ahead with their draft.
All right, so like David, what do you think? What are the items you think that would actually be a game-changing item come from inside? I know for TA for a fact, he definitely needs a BKB in this game. If not, you know, refraction is going to go down so that, you know, he doesn't get hit hard. And, you know, refraction damage over time and meld at the same time. So BKB is going to be like a must for him, I guess.
Yeah, somewhere down the road, probably not as a first or even second item.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get it after Blink or
Blink Dagger, yeah, Blink Dagger.
But to answer your question, it's got to be the Magnus getting up his Blink Dagger. That's going to be the key timing for Poly to start making something happen. Right? You do see a lot of Gyrocopter. Also, once you get level 6, you grab a TP and start to look for opportunity to get kills.
Right.
But I think for the most part, Poly is going to be playing passive, which, you know, if you look at the side of Who to Bet, they're happy about being passive. In fact, you know, big stack here in the jungle, Queen of Pain happily speeding away.
Yep. Yeah, so, but, you know, so far the game is still going okay from both sides. Shadowfiend, not much actions going on. Skyrath Mage.
Oh, maybe a little bit of action on the mid lane here as Bane already turned level 6. The grip canceling out all of the refraction charges. C-Rays not going to get the kill because Magic Stick got popped out. Looks like the Rocket also, or sorry, the Hook missed out as well. So very lucky dodge here from the TA. And I wonder if the Dire team is going to push, seeing that all of these spells are used on the mid lane and not resulting in any kills.
I think Sylvie didn't actually pay attention to the refraction charges they have on TA because he cast out a raise. That would have been we should have just waited a little bit more for the Phoenix Grip damage to actually take down refractions over time so that the raise damage can actually break through to TA. And that would have been it.
Yeah.
It would have actually went down.
Well, actually pretty aggressive TP coming in the mid lane. He knows he's safe because there's no more, you know, Phoenix Grip.
Oh!
Nightmares coming out. They're going to try to get the tower. 4 TP being committed on the mid lane. Is there a way to cancel that stun? There is nothing. There is nothing. Shadowfiend just TPs out and says bye-bye. All right. Kind of an overcommitment on that reaction, in my opinion.
Wow! Look at the things they wasted right now. They just TP'd mid. Nothing happened. They lost out the Tier 1 tower, and now they just have this Spurs. And you know what? Nothing's going on. Let's just go somewhere else.
Yeah. So a lot of missed opportunity coming out here from Team Poly. Bottom lane, though, Queen of Pain is starting to apply more pressure as well, as we do see another replay of that TP tragedy coming out here from Poly. In fact, actually, there is no stun. Top lane here looks like Clockwork is going to hook in. Well, he does fly and get pushed back away. Lich needs to run away as the Razor is going to come in. Concussive Jab, applying it slow. Here comes Queen of Pain. He could easily get the kill if he wants to use his ultimate. It's going to scream away. They're looking for a secondary kill. Winter Wyvern does not have flight anymore, so he can't go over trees. But here comes the call down. It's going to be a 4. Clockwork Cogs trying to bail them out a little bit. They're not losing that much HP, but here comes the TA on the back line, looking for a little bit of side play. He doesn't get the... Oh, they're going to turn it around. TA is going to get that, and looks like there's a Fiend Script on the back line here. Somehow, some way, Who to Bet turns the gank around despite being hit by a 4-man call down. That was some good play in tight corners here by Who to Bet.
I guess the big win right there was from the power cogs. He just blocked off the Gyrocopter right there. The fall down wasn't enough to actually take him down. That's still 4-man down from Team Poly. That was just scary right there.
Yeah, they really needed something like a Lich Chain Frost. You just needed like one more spell. If they got that one more spell, I think the team fight would have been much different. And I guess you could compare the heroes again, the two offlaners, right? The Magnus, who has essentially done nothing, and it's no fault to the player, because you know the hero just needs a lot more item to start working. Whereas Clockwork, he's already been in like 2 or 3 team fights. He's helping out his team by getting picks. So
he's just relying on the level himself. Item-wise, you know, I can rely on my teammates on that.
Sure.
I'll just make sure that my hook shot hits. I can trap somebody inside, deal a little bit of damage, and everything else. Yeah.
Even just throwing down the power cogs, we saw how effective it was in that last team fight.
Yeah, but we also saw Winter Wild manages to escape, and then they managed to take down on the both of them went down. Leech as well as Winter Wild getting caught off right there. It was scary. I thought it was oddly impossible for Winter Wild to actually make an escape between 4 heroes coming from the Radiant side, hitting Winter Bat. That was, I would have been screaming inside the box right now, being chased off by that much people.
All right, so something I do want to point out for Lich players out there, this is a fairly dated skill build. Generally, most players go 2-1-2 right now by level 5. The early point in the Frost Armor, very helpful against heroes like Shadow Fiend, even Queen of Pain, who does right-click in between all her spells. But
level 1, yeah, at least
1 point. But the benefit, of course, of maxing the nuke is that when you hit level 6, you look like you nuke hard. So there's that benefit. And honestly, the team does need some damage. So I definitely could see the benefit of this build that he's going for as well. And it looks like he is going to get level 6 on the mid lane. So if another fight like that previously broke out, Polly should be a lot more ready.
All right, so far, Magnus, he's kind of okay. He's already level 6, I'm very sure. So hopefully we can see an RP anytime soon. But then he doesn't have a blink there yet. Since he had a really bad time in the bottom lane going up with the Queen of Pain as well as Scarab Mage. So it'll take some time. So he'll have to rely on his Skewer RP.
Coke going against Lich. They're going to try to burst him down before he actually can drop his spells. He's dropping very low. He doesn't have anything like an instant healing. It looks like he's going to be teleporting out. Skewer, though, will cancel the TP. The question is there backup? You can see that heroes are rotating in. Gyrocopter on the backline drops the call down, really, but it's not doing that much damage. Shadow Fiend dropping low on the backline on the left side here, TPing out here from the Winter Wyvern. Right now, if you look at the Dire side, they're just fighting in very chaotic fights. They can't really focus now on any single hero. Whereas if you look at the Who to Bet hero, you like Clockwork Hook, you go in on one. You Fiend Script, you go in on one. It's very easy for Who to Bet to execute their lineup. And like we said, Polly is just struggling to get that combination gaming going.
All right, good follow-ups are important too in the game. You got to be watch out. You got to be aware. All right, make sure you're aware of the map itself so you don't go farm up too much on top lane, not paying attention to what's going on bottom lane. So even with the score just out, nothing's gonna happen.
Oh, actually,
wait, what?
He missed it? Did he
Is this like a delay? I don't think it was.
Well, Magnus thanking his lucky stars. All right, bottom side looks like tier 2 is under siege. I mean, there is not sufficient levels for, again, Dire to make a fight happen. Clockwork Hook, by the way, back up again, so.
He doesn't know that he's being spied upon, got visions coming from Dire side. I think they can expect it that, you know what, this tower's gonna go down. Let's just ward it and just get a little bit of vision right now. Things not looking good come from Team Poly right now in terms of kills and that a 9-0, 9-2 gap.
Nice dodge here coming out from, nice nailed as well, but Nightmare catches him, and they don't have Fiend Script, so he could, oh no, actually, it doesn't matter they don't have Fiend Script. That refraction got blown up so quickly.
Yeah, but Nightmare just make sure he locks him down, and Power Cloud just preventing TA from actually making this game. There's always dust right there. He can't make a run for it unless his Winter Wyvern a little bit.
Well, if you're Team Radiant, you're going to just keep on pushing. The score's 10-0 right now. Not looking good for Polly. But again, I don't feel like Polly's, they could definitely still win the game. They're definitely very far behind, but they can still win. They need that combo going, and they need the blink on Mag.
If the combo just happens, it might just be the kind of comeback that they're looking for. Hey, look at that.
Nightmares one, Grips the other, and here we go. The combo not happening right now. Call down does, again, hit on multiple heroes, but look at him. The Magnus just walks in and just gets blown up.
This looks like a massacre right here coming from the Dire side. I don't know how they're going to come back right here.
Are we going to go hype when that first kill happens?
Yeah, that was the plan. All right,
that was the plan
previously before the game started, yeah.
And that's where the comeback begins, right?
Yep, come back. First kill. Catapult will actually be a game without having any kill. That's like bad, really bad. Right, still waiting for Magnus to spend an RP anytime in the game. Please do.
Oh, I think Magnus ran out of mana, right? Is that why he went in and he was like, where's my RP?
Wait, I'm supposed to do something right. Something's...
It's going to be hard for him to get an RP without Blink, though, because of the silence coming out from Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, it's
like you could walk in and be like, oh, I'm going to silence you now.
Yeah.
And there's also Battery Assault. There's also Nightmare Fiend Script.
There's too many things right here to actually shut down the Magnus, preventing him from actually casting it. And, even if you could, you know that Team Hutaba is going to be dispersing out, preventing themselves. That's not the stage you kills, knowing that the kind of
mid lane, are they going to get a kill? All right,
first kill! Woo! Team Poly, congratulations!
They haven't won the game yet. They just got a kill, man. But it's a start. It's a start.
So much hype on level 2. So much hype for first kill. Man.
Oh, they see the clock coming?
Hey.
Rocket Flare.
Win survivor, you're looking good right there.
Not so good anymore, though. Alright, there's a double damage on the Templar Assassin. Maybe they're gonna do something. Okay, they're thinking about OP. That's gonna be on 2. Call down's gonna be on top. There's a double damage on the TA, trying to burst people down. The Nightmare helping out. The Chain Frost coming in as well. They get 1 kill. They get 2 kill. TA, can you clean up? He's got the double damage still. The trap's gonna come through, but Shadow Fiend outputting so much damage. He's gonna back off. It ain't the best trade for the 3, but given the game, the way that the game is going, that's a pretty good one if you ask me.
I didn't mind it. At least it's a trade, you know.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, let's watch that replay again, man. The call down hitting on, Chain Frost coming through. That's what I'm talking about, man. The lineup, once they get the combo going, is very strong. And they didn't even have Winter's Curse on that team fight.
Yeah, if they had that, that would have been, you know, I think it would have, the results would have been different.
Oh, Shadow Fiend trying to make something happen. I think this is going to take a while, though. I imagine Dire is going to make the rotation. But honestly, they just use all of their big ultimate, right? Chain Frost is down, RP is down, so I'm not sure what it
Call down is down as well, yeah.
Oh, call down has a short cooldown. It's back up now.
Yeah, it's back out, yeah, so I guess it should be okay.
I guess if you're the Gyro, you could just throw a call down into the pit because the Radiant team is fairly low. Mech is coming out back on cooldown as well. They cannot allow them to get the Aegis, and I think they reacted a little bit too slowly. Yeah, Radiant team picks the Aegis. So
I don't think they even reacted. They're still in the base, yeah, but I don't think they're gonna commit as well. So
yeah, maybe the mindset is like, all right, guys, I know they're getting the Aegis. We can't really stop them because we don't have Blink RP. So let's just take this time to farm. And speaking of Magnus, he is very close to that Blink Dagger.
All right, very close. Hopefully that will be the game change item we have in the game, right? Makes a lot of difference of having that one item that can actually make it a game change item.
Yep. Also, Templar Assassin working on that Desolator, I imagine. If he had a Deso in that previous team fight, I think he would have effectively just cleaned up and killed everybody towards the end of the fight. All right. Just lacks a little bit of damage, but hopefully he'll be able to pick it up before the next team fight happens.
All right, defending in the mid-tier T tower right now. So the waiting side is waiting for the right time for the defenses to crumble down slowly but surely from Team Kali right here.
Just a little bit of a ward vision game going on.
Maybe right now we can actually have a look at the items come from both sides. Yes, let's have a look. All right, we have it Sang and Yasha on the Shadow Feed, Mechanism, and Iggy's in Moto, of course, and Sue the Mask transitioning into Helm of Dom soon enough, and so far NJ on Clockwork as well as JRT on...
Right here, hook. Yeah, there was a hook against the Lich. Easy kill on the Lich. Lich is actually pretty rich as well for a support hero. Being able to, relatively get the mech, maybe in like 5 minutes if he just doesn't die again. The last bit of the mechanism recipe is going to be hard to finish, but you were talking about the items, and the other thing is there's a lot of HP now on the side of the Radiant. The 2-point boosters really help out.
All right, so we know it's
Yep.
Not so fast.
Got caught right in front of the base, and that's the vision game. If you look at Dire Vision, they don't see anything outside of their base, so they're just too afraid to leave the base. And suddenly, Shadow Fiend walks up to you, you get Nightmare and you're dead. And now Shadow Fiend is hitting your base. We're gonna need a reaction coming out from Kali. Is that Blink Dagger done yet? No, it's not. He's just short by like, maybe you just sell the TP and just finish the Blink, because you need it now.
Does Magnus have it? Oh, Magnus.
No, he's gonna go in and get silenced immediately. No, he's gonna die here. That's gonna delay the Blink even further. He should have sold the TP to finish that Blink. But meanwhile, Shadow Fiend just goes in, and he's just mono and mono against the whole team. There's a buyback from Magnus. He gets silenced again. He's gonna die once again. That's a dieback coming out from the Magnus. Meanwhile, now the Templar Assassin gets caught on the left side. Sonic Wave's gonna clean him down. NJ taking a ton of damage, but it doesn't matter. It's a massacre on the Radiant base, or in the Dire base. And now Radiant's gonna get a couple racks very easily.
All right, so 6 years down. Magnus with the buyback dying off. He was expecting TP back in there, but then the Radiant side was ready for him with the silence. Orchid on Queen of Pain. There's also the Ancient Seal from Scarman. And no RP being spanned. I think, this is bad. We're still waiting up for the next 23 minutes on TAs. So Magnus, he still got his RP, 12 seconds, so hopefully he can actually cast it out this time, right?
Hopefully. No, I think the silences are ready. In fact, they just called GG. They're just too far behind. Well, even though they got 3 kills, but another one-sided game, and who to bet on winning this one? Very impressive play.
Yeah, very impressive gameplay. The draft just, I guess, it did work out from Team Kali. I think if you drag out the game, they need to hold strong early stage of the game. They need to try to get right items by mid-game, and actually late game they can actually carry them. But right now, by the looks of it, full control by Team Hutubat, early game itself, big win right there.
Again, I think the losing team was just too greedy with the draft. Game after game, we see these off lanes that just try to do a little bit too much, or it needs too much time to set up. And this game, we saw the Magnus not getting level. We didn't get level 2 till like 4 minutes again.
Yep, again.
So, whereas on the other side, we saw heroes like Clockwork, Slaughter, heroes that could do something.
It was something early stage again, rather than expecting something to actually happen. Just wasting time. It just didn't work out as well. And it was kind of hard for the Magnus. Over 4 minutes, he was still level 1, and everybody was like clapping really hard for Team Magnus when he got level 2. But then, still a long way to go. Even with level 6 RP, not having that Blink Dagger.
He got that 2-man RP mid.
That 2-man RP, that was great.
Yeah.
4-2 trade-off, still on the losing side, but still, better than,
Better than nothing.
better than nothing, I guess.
I think, again, the draft is where it comes back to me. I thought the skill level of these two teams were relatively similar, but you could see how one-sided the game can be if you just lose one of your lane flat out.
I guess there's a few problems here and there, and that could be fixed, come from Team Polywork there, and I don't know.
All right, so that's going to be the game. I think we have another game coming up next, but before that, let's send it back to Ari Newman as he will interview, I guess, the winning team.
Yeah, the winning team. All right, back to you, Ari.
Flava, thank you. Lumi, Flava, thank you so much. Give a round of applause to our casters, ladies and gentlemen, doing a wonderful job. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's give it up to our winners, ladies and gentlemen, coming in. Here we go. Hey, guys, what's up? Give it up for Team Hutubat, ladies and gentlemen, taking it down. All right, how you doing? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You doing? Johnny, it's been a long time. How you doing? You're doing good. You got a haircut. We met in the Philippines. All right, we had a good time. It's good to see you again. Now, Johnny, take me through the whole match. How was it for you? Did it play out to your expectations?
I think everything was good. Everything was fine.
Everything was fine?
Yeah.
Now, here's what happened. I understand that you had some ex-teammates over at, of course, the other team, right? You know that moment when, let's say, a girl breaks up with you, right? And then you walk and you have a better girlfriend and they see you and then they feel bad? That's what happened with you guys right now. Exactly. You're just like, yeah, that just happened. How does it feel to win that way?
Good.
Good, that's right. It does feel good. Everyone can relate to that. All right, what are your expectations for the whole tournament, buddy? What?
Okay.
You guys can win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to some of the other teammates. How do you guys feel? Let me sit in the middle of you guys. How do you feel?
Good.
How do you feel about the match?
I think we done our best.
You did our best. That's right. I love the communication. It works. It really does. All right, so good. You did your best. Guys, give it up for Team Hutubat. Come on, give them a round of applause. Very, very nice. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you guys, of course, in the next round. Good job. Thank you, thank you. Give them a round of applause, guys. It's good to see you, man. I got this. I got your mic. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. Okay. All right, so again, we would like to invite everyone to please use the hashtag MCG2015, Malaysian Cyber Games, and of course, Siapa Taring. Those are our official hashtags. Did I pronounce that correctly? Did I? No? You gotta teach me how to, you gotta do this. Because I saw him react. I was like, Siapa, he's like, nah, he didn't say it. He didn't say it right. He didn't say it right. I don't miss a thing. Tell me how to say it properly.
Siapa.
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 I sense some hostility with you. It's like, it's not Siapa, it's Siapa. Say it right. It's, how is it?
Siapa.
Siapa Taring.
Yes. Siapa taring.
Siapa. Did I say that correct?
Yeah.
Not Siapa.
No.
That sounds, it's a little bit, how does, if it's, is it a little bit girly? Is it if you say it that way?
No.
It's just wrong. Siapa.
Siapa.
Siapa. Siapa Taring. Siapa Taring. That's right. Okay, we had a moment. Thank you. Thank you. Huh. You yelled at my face. Whew. I felt it. Thank you. He felt it. Siapa. Siapa. Siapa Taring. Siapa Taring. I want to make sure to say that properly. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's all watch this video trailer. Check it out. Here we go.
Who is Taring? Siapa Taring?
谁是达令？
I want to be famous.
I want to fight for glory.
I want to reach the top.
I'm a winner.
I'm a champion.
I'm the best.
I'm the best.
December 15th, Stadium Nagara. We're coming.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Malaysian Cyber Games. I'm here with Flava this time.
All right, next to me is going to be Danielle. We'll be casting for game number 4, right? For the Malaysian Cyber Games in between Team Glamorous Gizmo versus Team Musang King, all right? So I'm very sure you're familiar with Team Glamorous Gizmo on this one, all right?
Not really. I don't actually know both of the teams, so for me, it's a relatively new experience. So hopefully you're going to be able to give me some insight as to who they are. Now, one thing I want to ask you, I'm pretty sure the locals probably know the translation, but the foreigners like me, I was told Musang King means best durian or something, like the king of durians?
It's one of those top-level durians we have right here. But the first question will be like this. Have you ever had durian before?
I think I've had like an ice cream, but I've never had an actual
An ice cream durian. That is not even, you don't ask Malaysians, have you eaten a durian? No, it is the ice cream version of the durian. That's not even, I don't think that counts, You need to taste the real durian. You know what? We'll get the organizers to actually bring you the taste of durian, as well as David, all right? We'll make a video of your reactions as well, how to react back to how durian tastes, right? So Musang King should be one of the top durians we have. So King is King, Musang is like, and you don't want to know the process, how they made up with that durian itself, because it's nasty.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after the game itself. We'll get some audiences to eat some durians with you people. All right, so Glamorous Gizmo, one of the top amateur teams we have in Malaysia, all the way from Sarawak.
You're gonna have to give me a
Sarawak is it's on the east side of Malaysia itself. So we're divided by sea. We have 2 other extra states over there. Yeah, Sabah and Sarawak. So they're on the other side. So they have to fly over here to make it. Yeah.
Lots of commitment. I love it though. It shows so much emphasis on how these teams care about being tiring. It's how prestigious this tournament is, and you can feel the passion with these players as they're playing. And it's going to get better.
Yeah, it's going to get better over time and everything like that. All right, so I'm not sure because we're actually supposed to be the ones who actually...
Yeah, so we'll be starting the game very shortly. So we'll wait for the draft screen to pop up. Do you know these teams, or are you on the same level as me?
Yeah, I'm quite familiar with the teams. I've seen team, not both, I would say, because I'm very familiar with Team Glamorous Gizmo. I've been casting the games for the past 3 years. They've been around that long, all right? Even though there's some play changes here and there, kind of know the kind of play style they play over time. But we'll be seeing all that in game number 4, going off against the next team, all right? So before we go into the draft, let's have a look at the brackets, all right, if it's possible. Our production value could actually show the brackets we have so far based on the results. So we are still in the group stage, but now we'll just jump into the draft itself, right? Musang King on the dark side with Glamorous Gizmo on the Radiant side, right? That Musang King having first pick. All right, so what kind of heroes are you expecting from games like this, especially from gaming?
I think a lot of the safe heroes are going to be banned out. So Tusk being one of the priority bans, he's such a universal hero that he fits in many drafts. So you've got to be expecting that sort of a ban. Viper, not one of the bans that you typically see. Another ban I'll probably be looking at is Doom, and I think to a certain degree, if you're worried about a Radiant Shadow Fiend, then you have to expect a Shadow Fiend ban somewhere down the line as well.
Yeah, I understand. I was kind of surprised seeing a Viper for his ban right here. Usually you would see him in the second banning phase rather than the first one. You want to ban up the score, Dooms. Alchemist, what do you have to talk about Alchemist bans nowadays? Because people, when you're not in first pick, right? When you're second, you really don't want your opponent to actually pick up Alchemist because he's going to play naughty. He's going to play safe. He's going to be farming up. He's going to boof up everybody with getting all his hardcore expensive items, and over time he's going to be one nasty looking hero.
He is a monster of a hero, but I think the major thing with Alchemist is if you pick him up this early, you're giving the opposition a lot of time to sort of think about how they want to play around the Alchemist. And I've seen teams sort of figure the hero out in denying bounty runes, consistently ganking the lane and controlling that mid lane. And I've even seen teams smoke into the jungle to steal stacks from an Alchemist.
Because they know that's waiting for him. It's very obvious things, and so there's a lot of counters to him and stuff, and you can, feel free to pick an Alchemist if you want, but, there's always counters with heroes like that.
Yeah, he's not on the same level as a Shadow Fiend, where Shadow Fiend can still be useful with the Requiem and Razors. For an Alch to still be useful, he needs those items, stat items, because it doesn't matter if you have the insane health regeneration.
Sure.
You can still cut through his HP because he doesn't have the armor to work
Yeah, he
with.
doesn't have an armor. He's quite soft early game, he's pretty sure. That's why he needs to play a little bit, not a little bit, he needs to play really, really safe. He needs some really, really good supports in him. And it's very tiring for the supports who babysit him, because there's other things they need to do. They need to support the carries, they need to support the off lanes, they need to go for ganks. There's other things at hand, and just managing Alchemist alone is quite a waste of time itself, right? But quite comes to a surprise that the draft is taking quite some time, because usually you see the banning phase will actually go on really, really quick.
All right, guys, we just received some news. We're going to have to go through a quick remake. So we'll be going through that really quickly. So when the remake is happening, I have a question for you. So you're the expert between these two teams. How would you rate each team? Would you say that there's a 50-50 chance a game could go either way, 60-40? Who would be the team that's going to have the advantage?
Since Glamorous Gizmo is one of the favorite teams that we have here in the country, so they have a lot of fans and everything like that. Since people have seen a lot of their games, I think high chances they're going to take this game away based on reputation-wise, and people know that this team itself is a top amateur team right here in the country, but can't say much regarding team Musang King. Not very familiar with the plays themselves, and hopefully they can actually give a good play right here, a good draft, a good gameplay against team Glamorous Gizmo. That's one.
Yeah, sure. So it should be an exciting game. Just got to wait for the players to join the lobby.
All right. So in the meantime, possibly I can spend a little bit of time to actually introduce the players. We never had this opportunity to actually, they feel great when they announce, their names being called out. Some of the parents are actually here, right? For team Glamorous Gizmo, we have Raymond Tan-Wan Jia, right? Should be the captain itself, number 1. Yang Liang Yen, all right? Lo Kin Seong, Kang Kian Chen, and Simon Lau Yik Meng, all right? That's team Glamorous Gizmo. Well, team Musang King, we have Afiq Akmal bin Zainal Abidin, Muhammad Sabri bin Muhammad Noor, Muhammad Aiman bin Sahbudin, Muhammad Afiq Aizad bin Muhammad Yusuf, and last but not least, Muhammad Shahir bin Muhammad Rosli. All right, those are the players come from both sides. And currently we're looking at, for sure, team Musang King. They look like people who eat a lot of durians during their free time, all right? I've never seen people who actually play Dota 2 and actually eat durian before. That would be something new. All right, but I don't think...
Well, you'll know if they have durian, because you'll be smelling durian in the booth, and it'll be hard to get rid of the smell.
All right, that should be something. We should do a durian cup right here in Malaysia. That'll be interesting, right? You gotta eat a few pieces of the durian before you start a match. The Suara, right? So makes things more interesting. So the whole hall will smell like durian. Something to look.
So there are actually foreigners watching the series on Twitch, and they're probably wondering, what is a durian?
Yeah, what is a durian?
Can you explain to them what a durian looks like and tastes like?
Wait, durian is the king of fruits.
The king of fruits.
It's the king of fruits, right?
Does it come with the crown?
Yeah, it has a crown, but the crown just covers all over. It's like it's green in color. It's super spiky. All right, gotta watch out. Kind of funny when you watch YouTube and how these people try to open up a durian. It's very, very funny, especially foreigners, right? Try to use a drill, they try to use axe. Man, it was amazing. They would try to figure out, are you sure there's something inside this thing? It's just crazy, right? The reactions are awesome at the same time, right?
It sounds pretty good. I might have to start Googling.
I have to start, just try it out, all right?
Foreigners open.
All right, it's like a must thing you need to do when you come to Malaysia.
But how do you actually open it? Is it like you have to get it from the top and it sort of splits open?
You just gotta split it a little bit just by using not a knife, I guess like a small, how to say, like a thick knife. How do I even say this?
Machete?
Okay. Oh yeah, machete will be good. Yeah,
yes.
Machete. All right.
Okay.
So you don't slash it in half. You just open up a little bit, and then you just use hand, just pop it up, and it should be good. You'll see all the goodies inside. All right, and should be good. Right. I think we can change back to the draft. I'm not sure. Wait. I thought I just have to check back because just now they just banned on a Viper,
No. I think the
Did it
King
fix?
was the one that banned it.
Oh, all right.
Everything is fixed, I'm pretty sure. So before, I think we had the wrong order. And
wrong order. I guess.
whatnot. So we're good now. We're good.
Right.
We have a game.
We have a game.
And it should be pretty exciting for Glamorous Gizmo. They get rid of Huskar and Alchemist, though. So two really strong powerhouse heroes that, if you picked early, you would have to mostly draft around those two heroes to sort of function. Because I've seen games where, Huskar can be a beast, but he can still be shut down. There are still counters for these heroes.
Yeah, especially when you pick at an early stage again. Really easy to actually shut down. So that comes to the question regarding drafts, right? Oh, what do you feel about, usually during the old days, people love to actually pick out the sports first because you don't want to reveal your hands first, right? When you reveal the carries at the first pick phase, with the first two heroes, you're like, hey, you know what? The carry's out, now we know how to handle this guy. But if you pick the sports, handling sports alone is not going to be sufficient. You need to take care of the mid lane heroes, the off lane heroes. But nowadays, people don't even care. They are fine with picking a Shadow Fiend mid lane. It doesn't even matter.
It's just a straightforward hero. It doesn't really matter how the game goes. He functions the same. So it's great to just sort of have a hero like that. One notable hero that's actually let through the pool. It's a Tusk. I'm expecting one of these teams to pick this hero up. He is so strong in the current meta. If they ignore Tusk, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, he can gag really early, but having level 2 is sufficient enough. Ice Shards is something to watch out. Aside from Snowball, we know how awesome Snowball is, right? You got around 5 heroes and actually rolling up to another hero, but that's Ice Shards. When you have the level 1, if you can actually you can actually block the enemy hero from actually escaping, and then you have that small space, you can actually just trap it inside, you can actually make it escape. It's good during tri-lanes at the same time, because you can actually block up one hero inside, and the 2 heroes are unable to actually help you out over time. Yeah, Snowballs, Walrus Punch. We've seen carry Tuskars before, something to watch out for. People love to relate Tuskar with One Punch Man nowadays. All right, hey, they directed. I'm very sure we have a lot of One Punch Man fans right here in the hall, right, Saitama? Yeah, but it's always fun to see all that to actually happen in the game.
Yeah.
Just one hit. That's all you need to actually take that hit so bad. It's a definite critical right there. Definite critical.
Oh.
But support,
it makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah. But support Tuskers, it doesn't hit as hard. But then you just gotta watch out for those 2 skills, right? Third skill, yeah, slow, but nothing. Not paying much attention to the third skill, but still Frozen Sigil, still a good skill. All right, so far first 2 picks.
So now we got an Earthshaker pick for Masan King. This is really interesting to pick up an Earthshaker as your first pick. There are a lot of heroes that are in the pool right now that are available, but you prioritize an Earthshaker, which I find it's rather interesting because what he brings to the table is, as a support, you have the Fissure to work with, and obviously heroes that are melee are going to have issues when it comes to pathing. Obviously blinkers and anything like pounces, they don't worry about it too much. But you have a Darkseer who relies a lot on mobility. Sorry, guys. And it's very interesting to actually prioritize an Earthshaker over something like a Tusk. And now it's available if Glamorous Gizmo wants to pick it up, because a Darkseer plus Tusk combo in an off lane can really pressure any defensive tri-lane, as they're both tanky and they both have a mode of sort of getting to their targets and running all over them if they have the Ion Shell on either of them too.
Yeah, that was scary. One of the scary things about Ion Shell, level 1, it doesn't hit you so much. Just wait until you get to level 2. The amount of DPS over time, really easy farming for Darkseer. You just Ion Shell on the second creep on the creep wave, and then that thing itself will just do the farming for you. Right? You don't have to be. You can just be nearby just to get a little bit of experience over time. Farming should be essentially. But then it comes to the topic when just now we're talking about Earthshaker first pick, right? For Earthshaker first pick, before this, people will actually pick Earthshaker situationally, all right? We're looking at if there's a meeple on the other side, hey, multiple units, let's go with Eco Slam, and everything looks, happily ever after. Things should go good if you jump into multiple heroes, Phantom Lances, Chaos Knights, and all this. But nowadays, Earthshakers, people thought that, there's more to it, just more to that than just Eco Slam, all right? Right placement of Fissure is something to watch out for. Blocking off enemy heroes, just trapping that one support who couldn't make a run for it, and it could be a game change itself. So I guess first big Earthshakers are kind of like common, I would say, in the Southeast Asia scenes, because they have their own reasons for it, right? And a dying pick is something. I don't know. I think it's going to be an Undying Darkseer combo laning. I've seen how scary that is.
He's very similar to the Tusk. Obviously, you don't have Snowball and Sigil, but you have Tombstone zombies to work with. So the defensive tri-lane is going to be a little bit more. They're going to be worried if they try to even kill the Darkseer Undying combo, because there's going to be Tombstone zombies, there's Ion Shell, there's going to be Surge. So both of these heroes that start off tanky are going to start running over your heroes. Now, there is one thing here for Masan King. They picked up Lich, one of the most defensive heroes in the current meta, just because he has the sacrifice. And this is an indicator to me that they want to 100% win one of their lanes. They can also use this to babysit any sort of weaker laning heroes. So if you're running, for example,
10 seconds
in a mid lane scenario, if you're running a carry, and they're going up against a standard carry, a standard mid, sorry, such as a Queen of Pain or a Wind Ranger, throw the Lich in the mid lane, you're going to sacrifice EXP, denying it from the enemy, giving it both to yourself and your carry, and that's gonna eventually move over into favor of a carry. So it might be a way to sort of babysit a weaker hero, or they just want to win their lanes.
Just a little bit, I guess, just to help out getting with sacrifice.
Yes.
And then if for boosting up, there's always a ice armor at the same time, just for defensive purposes. Let's say if it was a Shadow Fiend mid lane, firing off against a Queen of Pain, you know what, you want to right click to be going ahead, you're still going to get slowed down a little bit and, you know, getting high chance.
It could be an answer to the the dual lane coming out from Glorious Gizmo as well, knowing that there's going to be aggression, and if they do try to chase down Earthshaker +1 or even the Lich himself, having the early point ice armor could help them too.
All right.
So it might just be sort of a defensive move to make sure that this aggressive dual lane isn't going to do as much damage as it was intended to.
I'm really worried about going off against the Darkseid and Undying right here, because it's going to be hard, because you have to bear with the damage come from DPS from IHLs. You cannot ignore the tombstones, all right? And then you still have to go in for the kill on Darkseid and Undying, all right? Aside from managing those two things, you know, you still have to go off for the heroes at the same time. There's too many things to handle just based on the first two picks we have right here from Team Glamis. So, so what do you think is a good way to actually counter this? You know, because we know these two heroes can actually lane out really, really well. Something a force to be reckoned with in the game. But what we use to, I think that would be a good answer to it.
Yeah, Timbersaw is a pretty good answer when it comes to dealing with Tombstone Zombies. I was actually going to say another way to deal with the Timbersaw is you can pick up a Phantom Lancer. Darkseid and Undying themselves don't have control, and Tombstone actually takes damage from illusion. So each individual illusion does the same amount of damage to Tombstone as a hero. So PL can just doppelganger once, hit the Tombstone with each illusion, and that's it. Tombstone's gone.
Yep,
that's a level 1.
Level 1 3-hit illusion should
so
be good.
you can pick up the PL here. It's just that is he still going to get farm up against a Darkseid Undying combo? I think it's still possible with the Lich in lane though. He's a little too elusive for these two to sort of chase him down.
But sometimes in occasions like that, it's either they just switch the laning. You think the Phantom Lance is going to go bot lane, Radiant side, and this one just send it to the off lane. You know, he's going to be the, hey, you know, it didn't work out, and, you know, they can actually farm on the other lane. That's Timbersaw, something to look forward to. I just remembered that you had one game you casted out with Lumi on a game of Timbersaw. It was,
yeah.
I very sure you enjoyed the games. That was amazing right there. You think that you're chasing a Timbersaw, but then he turns into, hey, you know what? I think I can pick you guys back. So he just like Timber Chain, and then goes in for the kill and then carries, right?
Oh, okay, now I see why they picked up the Lich. So you pick up a Spectre as your 4th hero, and this hero is relatively weak in lane. She doesn't give anything to your team. She'll throw a Spectral Dagger, and that's it. She doesn't start out tanky. So it makes more sense to have this Lich pick up now. You want the Spectre to win the lane, to get that farm, and to get a decent timing on the Radiance. Because I've had games where Spectre does okay, but she gets a very late Radiance. And then once you get the Radiance, the game instantly turns because the aggressors aren't prepared for the incoming damage that a Radiance provides with the Haunt.
Yep.
So for Miss Sun King, if they can get the Spectre online at a decent timing, the game looks pretty solid for them. Whereas for Glamorous Gizmo, their draft is essentially on a timing window now, as they've got a TA as their mid. Very aggressive hero, can scale decently well, but her refraction charges are going to be rendered useless once the Radiance is online.